Well, it's a warm welcome to Oostende. It's game day 10 of the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, and a vital matchup between Oostende and Avellino awaits. Both teams locked together in the group. Both teams desperate to make it to the top 16. The arena filling up nicely, and Oostende desperate to cement their place in fourth place. It's the nightcap game in Group D. Nanterre with a big win over Aris. Lenagora sneaked one against the group leaders Besiktas by 3, and Nürnberg just keep rolling and make life very difficult for Bonn with the 106-98 win. That was yesterday. This is today. And Avellino and Oostende locked, as we say, in a battle for fourth place in this group. The winner will become fourth on their own after this. Here are the group standings. The Avellino positions, they're a little bit misleading. The 4 and 5 record, just taking the losses, the numbers in the loss column. The winners today will go to 5 and 5, which will elevate them to fourth place in this group. The losers will be one game back, locked with Aris. And this group still, as you can see, the top 3 locked at 7 and 3. And then looks like there's going to be the dogfight for the fourth place and the fourth qualification spot in this Group D. Here's the Avellino roster. Des Wells had a great game in the game in Italy with these two teams, as Avellino got the win. Fittipaldo has continued to impress in this season, and Jason Rich and Carlo Frasenko at 25 and 44. They are really sort of heartbeat when it comes to ticking over for this roster led by Coach Gatria Panti. Still ranked number 1 in the Italian league, and had the win over Bologna at the weekend, which brings them here in good heart. Well, the Oostende roster still unbeaten in the domestic competition, had a relatively straightforward win in Liège over the weekend, and Coach Grzyga has really got this group, I think, in a very good place. It's in a group that really understands its role. They really do need to protect home court. They've dropped too many games on this floor, and they make sure they get the win, protect home court, slip into fourth place, and set themselves up nicely for the run-in to try and make the round of 16.
Number 25, Jason Rich. Number 44, Kirilo Fesenko. Number 55, Amadi Pihare. Number 57, Salvatore Parlato. Coach Massimiliano Oldoini, assistant coach Luca De Gennaro. Zodat we de eerste thuiswedstrijd in 2018 laat ons een goed
Well, the home team just about to be introduced to a disappointing, it has to be said, crowd at the moment. It will fill up. It's been a good set of attendances across the first series of home games for Oostende. And this isn't, you'd have thought they've been out in their masses tonight, how important this game is. Both teams, as we say, with the exact same record. The winner will go fourth and will have an advantage as we get to the last 5 games of the regular season. Jean-Marc Nuema, again, one of those heartbeat players of this roster. The trouble this roster has had throughout the Champions League so far, the Basketball Champions League, they have struggled to score. One of the lowest ranked teams in terms of points per game. Only 2 players average double digits, and it really has been the Achilles heel in certain games, including the game in Italy where they led by 12 early in the second quarter, only to score 3 points for the rest of the quarter. On a 17-3, the wrong end of a 17-3 run, and that just put them on the back foot. They could never recover, and Avellino got the relatively comfortable 9-point win in Italy earlier in the Basketball Champions League. Martin Lernen just went through shot. Before we talk about him, let's talk about the third team on the floor as Mr. Pusandis, Lodges, and Zapolski from Greece, Latvia, and Poland, respectively. Third team on the floor tonight. And the standard of officiating in the Basketball Champions League, as you would expect, out in the top draw. And we've seen in a number of occasions the teamwork required for those three is absolutely crucial. Get it right, even if you have to take a while talking about it. Most important thing is to get the call correct. Ndai in shot, who really has been a very, very effective for Coach Sapria Panti. Amadi Ndai is 31 years out now with the two big punches on the inside of Frasenko and Dyer, 2 meters 15, 2 meters 13. This Avellino lineup has balance. You've got to love the way that Ariel Faloy is settling into Avellino. He's moved from Umea, Venezia from last season, had a great impact on the Italian national team in the World Cup qualifiers. So Faloy starts with Des Wells and Der Cole. Jason Rich, who's the most efficient player, one of the most efficient offensive players in the Basketball Champions League, and Fasenko will take some space in the center for Avellino. Nice balance, a lot of consistency, a lot of continuity in that starting lineup. Coach Katria Panti has done, I believe, an excellent job. 3 years or so in this role in Avellino, and Avellino before that was getting through its coaches pretty quickly. There's more continuity, a lot of stability, and this club sits proudly at the top of the Italian league with only 3 losses across this season. Starting lineup for Oostende just about to come up on your screen. Crowd and the announcer getting involved. Here is that starting lineup. Chikili on the inside is going to have to work hard to control the glass. Saluma is one of those guys that averages double figures. Vincent Castellou is, for me, one of those guys that really sets the tempo. If he plays well, this team plays well. Fila's having a nice season. Mihajlovic had a nice game at the weekend, 16 points. And missing for parts of the season, his return has meant a lot in terms of consistency and output for the Oostende lineup. Dario Gerja has also brought some real continuity to this Oostende organization. Looks like they're on course for yet another Belgian championship, 14-0 they currently sit. Vastly experienced lineup in European competitions. This is their 25th year of competition, European competition, ranging from the old European Champions Cup through various European competitions. Had a very good impact on the inaugural Basketball Champions League last season, and they're going to be looking to make that top 16. This is a huge game in deciding which team will make it into that last 16, and winning at home is an absolute must as you get into the run-in of the regular season. Minutes away then from start of this crucial matchup in Group D. As Frasenko comes onto the floor, it's a lot of space he's just eaten up.
Oostende maken naverbaas van de starting 5. Met nummer 13 John Salamu. Met nummer 22 Vincent Kesseloot. Met nummer 23 Tonje Chikiri. Met nummer 24 Chase Fuller. Met nummer 25 Vladimir Mihajlovic. Starting 5 for Avellino, number 10 Loina, number 12 Filoy, number 24 Ned Coley, 25 Rich.
Well, wherever you're joining us from this evening, it's a warm welcome to Oostende. Oostende in the yellow uniform and Avellino in the green. And we are just about to tip it off. Isham Rich, the last man out onto the floor. 30-year-old shooting guard, going to have a big one if Avellino are going to get the win. They get the first look at it. Now Filoy will get them into the half court. A lot of action away from the basketball. Filoy comes to collect, takes the ball screen. Frasenko dives, he gets to the front of the ring. The pull up long two is no good. And Oostende will take a look at it in the half court. You'd like to see them take some time with the basketball, feel out this defense. And we've got a reaching foul, first possession. And Filo is going to pick up the personal. Just a little too anxious, should we say. Well, Silimu came up wide open. Filo was a little late, and for a guy who wants to shoot the basketball, didn't want to let it go. Filo is off with a long three, and the ball will stay with Oostende. Jakiri's presence just caused the ball to fumble out of bounds. Oostende have it. Jakiri is the release. Will hand it off. Silimu with a baseline lead on the jump shot. No good. They get the offensive rebound. Mihailovic puts it on the floor. Gets to the foul line. Step back. Long two is way long. Jakiri gets another go at it. The offensive board. Fourth attempt this will be. Silimu on the penetration. Mishandles. Chance to run. Numbers down the floor here for Avellino. Filo moves it on. Extra pass. Almost. Straight into Silimu. Rich in the lane, tries to drop it into Frasenko. Ball comes off the feet, and a new full team will be Avellino's to use. 8:41, and we're still pointless. Filo will inbound, little staggered screen to release Lunan. Goes inside to Frasenko for the soft throwdown, and Jakiri went to sleep. Just doesn't see him at all on the back cut. Nice pass, nice little dunk to start proceedings off on the scoreboard. Jakiri has it, will back it outside the three, puts it on the floor, goes with the right hand. Big step, big hang time, and Frasenko just owns the space. Avellino will get it into the half court. Unless they have it wide open, they're going to run some half court offense here. Filo moves it on. Rich has it. Frasenko gets another early touch. Going to milk the man while he's on the floor. Goes up in traffic. Jakiri just holds his ground. Frasenko through traffic, can't get the drop. Looks at the official as if to say, hey, do you know who I am? Doesn't get the call. Silimu on the baseline, turns it over. Coach Sacriapanti calls the play, and one thing's for certain, Ariel Filo will get him into exactly where they need to be. Rich has it. Will take the Frasenko ball screen. Tries to turn the corner. Filo lifts. Gets the three away. Is long. Well, they got something they wanted. Couldn't complete. Silimu moves it on. Mihailovic will want the ball screen. Jakiri takes him to the sideline and rolls. Doesn't get a look. Silimu puts it on the floor. Right hand to the far side of the ring. Draws contact, and that'll be Filo's second foul. And that's not a great number with 7:25 got to go in the first. Just gets a caught a little late, a little flat-footed. And he's going to have to sit. Bruno Fittipaldo, the Uruguayan Italian, who has had a very, very good season for Sidigas Avellino. Led all scorers at the weekend with 18 points. Alamu makes the second and ties it at 2 apiece. Fittipaldo needs a pass, finds one. Rich almost, and Lunan just recovers it. They just about get it over. Now they're back on the same page. Jason Rich has it. Looks inside. Lunan has it knocked away. Great defensive effort. Jean Salimu was wrong side. Came round, knocked it away. Bruno Fittipaldo relieves the pressure, moves it on. 2 on the shot. They have to take the tough one, way short. And that'll be a 24 violation. Great series by Oostende defensively. Never got turned, never got into any help and rotation situations, just contained their man. Signs are good for the home club. Just under 7 to go in the first, and tied at 2 apiece. Salamu goes to the work, to the ring, and one. All about the decision. How decisive was this move? Just got it, just gets it, goes, use the left hand to protect it, gets the 2, and finds himself on the free throw line for the and 1. .66% free throw shooter across the Basketball Champions League so far in the regular season. Des Wells is going to step in. And Duracol sits down. Wells had a nice game. Led all scorers for Avellino in the win of the corresponding fixture in the first half of the regular season. Completes the and 1 play, opens it out to a 5-2 advantage. More substitutions coming in. And they had to wait for the free throw for Des Wells to take his part on the floor. Fittipaldo needs a pass, turns it down, gets it to the middle of the floor, looks for the high middle screen. Goes inside for Frasenko, will go to the free throw line. All the problem starts with the penetration. They allow him to turn the corner. Frasenko holds his space, draws contact, will go to the free throw line. Third team foul for the Italian, first team foul for the Belgian champions. Normal service restored for Frasenko from the free throw line. 75% across the Basketball Champions League. Goes 1 for 2 on that occasion. And the pace of the game is what you'd expect. Both teams technically very proficient. They're going to try and run and set good screens, get great reads. Great pass. Takiri for the dunk. All about the ball movement, all about the change of angle. He just flushes this with ease. Frasenko gets caught ball watching. And Oostende starting this game really, really nicely. Fittipaldo goes up, he's fouled. Ball on the floor, should be an end line possession.
Number 25, Vladimir Mihailovic, second foul.
Mihailovic will sit after the assist from the Takiri dunk. Replaced by Lloyd Schwartz. Had some injury issues this season so far, but looks pretty restored to health. And Lerner with a little lean back too. Ticks it over for Avellino. Zalou in the lane, looks to kick. Mr. Lou inside, doesn't get the drop. Avellino just hunted down. Lunan is the man to relieve the pressure. And Avellino will hit the second side. Rich looking to turn the corner. Pulls up, takes the long 2, is long. And Takiri comes down with a defensive rebound. Oh, nice move to the hoop. Just feel it, just again, it's that quick decision, just ripped it through and went. Frasenko's a big body, but he's not going to be blocking shots. Got to wave a little bang to the face, no foul called. Oostende have the 9-5 lead. Here's Rich again. Lerner on the lift, we'll go back to Jason Rich. Skips it. Fittipaldo, little floater, doesn't get the drop. Frasenko can't get it, but Fittipaldo can. They get a new 14. Gets the ball screen for Frasenko. Tries to make a big, big hole. Luna puts it on the floor, stops and pops the 3, is short. Takiri gets another rebound stat. Gets a block on that one. Frasenko, numbers down the floor, 3 on 2. Wells goes up, tough looking shot, will go to the free throw line, had numbers, decided to go himself. Got to finish the play, he's going to have to earn them from the free throw line. Fieler picks up the personal. Salamu will sit, Mike Myers will step into the game. Myers brings quite a significant amount of upgrade on the athleticism front, especially as he's joined the game with Jean-Marc Muema. Both of those guys can get up. Second one is good. And Sacropani's team trying to do what they do, which is play their style, their tempo. 9-6 advantage for the home team. Got a whistle, and Svorts will go to the free throw line. Andrei Zalini will check in for the Italian club. Also, Carizza will step it in. Marco Carizza will step it in for Oostende. Second one is good. Full court pressure. Avellino have to take some time beating it. You can't steal it. That's the thing you want to do. Take some time out of the clock. Force the half court to be rushed. Wells hands it off. Rich has it out top. Will take the ball screen. Ndai rolls. Rich can't get it to drop. Great box out by Takiri. Didn't go out, sorry, by Myers. Didn't go after the basketball. Just boxed out. Early screen. Muema with a three from the corner is good. Nice tempo to this Oostende lineup. They lead this 13-6, and Avellino take the timeout. The home club trying to secure themselves on their own in fourth place as they get towards the run-in for the Basketball Champions League regular season. Have the 13-6 league, and Avellino take the timeout.
Number nine, every time he has the ball, he gets a shot. Every time. So stay close with him. No easy shot. Now it's important that we try to move the ball in offense. We have more execution. Okay, try to attack, guys. Attack more. Reverse, and attack more. Now we call outside. Bruno pass the ball, play end off, and attack of the coming off. Not only execution. Attack the rim, and after ball in and ball out. Attenzione.
Now same in a two, but match up towards guys. If this is guard, I don't care. Stick with the four, stick with this guy here, and we're going in a man-to-man. Slow them down, guys. Keep it going, yellow, 1, 2, 3.
Well, as you can tell from the tone of both coaches relatively happy. Very early in the game so far. Avellino take the timeout just to break that little momentum run that Oostende had. They lead at 13-6. And as you heard Coach Sacliapanti say, got to make Muema put the ball on the floor. He's going to look to shoot it. That's what he's in there for, energy and looking to shoot the basketball. To the powder, gets it into the half court. Good pressure. Lee will hand it off. Here's Rich out top, 10 on the possession. Great take by Fittipaldo. Gets to the middle, inside, outside, extra pass. Rich wide open for three, short. Well, they got a good look. Masisi gives it up. Myers going to work, can't get it to drop. That's a rebound by Zarini. Numbers down the floor, nice pass. Fittipaldo for the layup, blows it. They're going to call it good because they touched the ring. Fittipaldo's, I don't believe it was going in. Carizza will, because of intervention, gives 2 points to Avellino. They needed them as well. Back to a 5-point game. nice job beating the pressure. Now it's about the decision. Muema reverses. Offensive foul. Mike Myers will pick up the personal. There you go, never steal, going sideways, gets contact, referee, great angle to see it. It's so long. Schwartz is a great asset. The route one pass, go long for the Paldo. Beats the pressure that time. 2:20 to go in the first. 13-8. Oostende had the lead. Filipaldo goes upstairs. Oh, and they missed the dunk. Almost a highlight for Ndai. Myers down low, fronted. Sports. The most convincing fake you've ever seen. Moves it on. Myers gets the lob this time. Help comes. Myers in the lane. He's blocked. Ndai came from the weak side and just blocked it. Filipaldo in transition. Zellini for three. Got it. 13-11. Avellino ticking over now. 1:48 to go in the first. Arini makes the three. Nice little trowel in transition. Nothing but string. Avellino tick it over. Great little 1.5, 2 minute period. Great response to the timeout. They close it to a 13-11 margin, a 5-0 run after their own timeout. Oostende have to respond.
Why we don't go over third man? Here is a big, hey. Okay, search this guy, then we search a weak side, then we will pass him in. We don't need to be stuck here or attack a big straight. Hey, now we are also in bonus. Guys, we've been getting soft. Execution here, it's hard. We need to search extra passes.
E dopo salti fuori. Non partire da qua che la prendi a metà. Ok, now immediately 11, press, 11, go. Dai.
Oostende beat the pressure after the timeout, getting into the half court. Both teams in the penalty. Now Sisi has it at top, takes the ball screen, tries to break it down. Puts it on the floor, gets to the far side of the ring, puts a little floater up for two. And then the Sisi carries on where he left off at the weekend. 20-point led all scorers, haul in the Belgium League. Great little rainbow-like shot. Much more focused Oostende lineup. Often when we've covered them here on the Basketball Champions League, they come out a little flat at times, so they haven't really generated offense out of their defense at all. Filipaldo stops and fires up the three, is long. Defensive rebound, it gives Oostende a chance to run, and they do. 5 down the floor. Assisi will move it on. Inside, early entry. And we got a foul. Great early offense. And Zerini feeling the weight of Kuridza. It's a big body put there down the floor. The foul means they're on the free throw line as Avellino are in the penalty. Well, 75% across the Basketball Champions League. Misses the first. Seven trips to the line in this first period for Oostende, that's a great number. Shows that the aggression. Inside, outside. Needs a pass. Scrub with a three is good. Thomas Scrub off the bench, the Canadian, knocks down the three of his feet set. Nice ball movement. The lefty just gets nothing but string. And Avellino close it to a 2-point game. Moema beats the pressure, now feels the trap. We've got to move it and pass it out. Great job. CC gets a little loose with it. There's something like an 8-second differential between possession and game clock. Penetration, wraps it. The three is long. Great board. What a rebound. Myers just owned the glass with that board. Took it up strong. Will go to the free throw line. And Dyer has to peel himself off the floor. Myers just wanted it more than anybody else in a green shirt. Mike Myers on the free throw line.
Mike Myers.
Under 60% across this regular season in the Basketball Champions League. Makes the first. Doesn't get the hometown roll, but great work on the glass. They fire it up. Not a lot of time left. That's why he got it away quickly. And that will do it for the end of the first. There's the missed. Tried to score for him. Swartz got the rebound, then threw up a bit of a prayer that wasn't answered. And there's confirmation at the end of one. Oostende have the 17-14 lead over Sidigas Avellino. The winner will go fourth in this group as games begin to run out in the regular season. The numbers are not going to be anything to write home about. 33%, 30%, 29%. These teams are struggling to click offensively. Took both teams a while to really get going. But it was a struggle offensively for both sets of players. Nice pass on that one. That was the way they moved the ball. When they move the ball and everyone gets touches, this Oostende team can play. They've got to stay with that type of mentality as much as anything else as this game develops. Everybody touched it on this play. You don't get tired of watching it when a team shares the ball as well as that. So again, the ball movement opened it up for Fila. And while this team moved the ball, as I say, they could go deep in this competition. The problem is they've doubted each other at certain points. And then stand still and then have to create tough shots. Here we go then, start of quarter two. The Sharks up for it. I'm sure the home crowd will be if this team can continue to play as well as they played in that first quarter. They have the narrow 17-14 lead. Moema will hand it off. Same weave type set. Takes the three as long. Wells mishandles and recovered by Oostende. Those are the plays that hurt you as a coach. You've got to stop and turn it over in transition, and your opponent comes straight back at you and executes in the half court. Moema moves it on. Mike Myers looks to hand off. Swartz tries to get a little traffic. Long two is no good. Offensive rebound is hauled in. Chance to run here for Avellino, but Oostende's defensive transition is really well organized. Protect the ring, pick up the pass. Zellini will move it on. Wells with the lean back 2 is no good. Schwartz will advance it. Little pick and pop action. They get nothing out of that. Myers on the pick will roll. Muema goes inside off the glass. Has his shot changed. Myers has it knocked away. In another turnover. We've got a whistle on the players. Myers in frustration went back after it.
Foul number 15, Mike Myers, second foul. Vervanging bij Oostende op plaats van Mike Myers. In zijn plaats komt Tony Jakiri.
Myers will sit with 2 personals. Jakiri will check back in. Nice find, extra pass. Lanini wide open at the top. Same position, same result. Knocks down the 3, ties it at 17 apiece. The new ball game with 8 to go in the half. Here's Schwartz out top. Ready to go high-low. Jakiri will move it on. Muema. Puts up the 3, knocks it down. Well, Zarini's up on his hands up. Muema didn't need that much space at all. Now, Zarini's got to have his hands up sooner. Once he gets the hand above the defensive player's hand, it makes the look so much easier. And Dye will roll. He doesn't get a look. Fittipaldo tries to create. Got a whistle on the play. Just leaving the arm in calls the foul. Well, Wells can't get the 3 to drop. The ball will belong to Avellino. Great work by Wells on the glass. Prosenko's checking back in. 7.5 minutes to go in the half. He's replacing Hamadeh and Dye. Prosenko looks to hand off. Smarts will get it into the half court. This game needs a lift. An offensive or defensive player, it's a little passive. Muema in the post, comes back off the glass. The guy can score. Muema's one of those instant offense guys. Great composure here. Takes the pivot to the inside, comes back, kisses the glass for 2. Nice high-low action. Well, eventually, Oostende come down, but scoreboard's been stuck at 22-17 for a little while. Kiri has it. We'll move it on. Well, a tough layup was never an option. Chance to run the other way.
Foul number 7, Logan Schwartz, first foul.
Sideline possession. Jason Rich checks back in. He's going to come off this big Prosenko screen. Catches, look at Prosenko. One-on-one in the post. Helps thinking about coming. There it comes. Prosenko barrels his way in. Misses a little 4-footer. CC gets it off. He can't get the 2 to drop. Jakiri just couldn't finish the play. There's some Rich. That's far too easy. Zarini with a nice roll. Nice little pass. Avellino close it for 3. Muema doesn't feel the double team. Now he needs to pass it out.
Dubbele van de wedstrijd naast van Louis Schwartz en Marquera Rodriguez Corrija. Foul number 25 for Rich. First foul.
Stalou checks back in. Muema turns down the screen, looks to. Yes, they should warn for the flop. Shrub went down a little easy, should we say. Here's Rich. He'll take the ball screen, looks to turn the corner. Inside out dribble, finds a little space, 10 foot, knocks down the short 2. Oh, nice find, Muema for 3. Got it, third 3 of the night. Your mark, Muema. Gets his third 3 of the evening to open it out to a 25-21 advantage, 4:20 to go in the half. And Muema has 11, 3 for 3 from the three-point line. The floater from Rich is no good. Frashenko in traffic is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Foul number 23, Tonje Jakiri, second foul.
Little conversation. I'm sure they'll resolve the issue. Meanwhile, the big man. Karol Frashenko. His time in the NBA. This is the first from the free throw line. Regular member of the Ukrainian national team. Makes the second, reduces it to a 3-point margin. Avellino just can't get over the 3-point hump. They get to 3 a couple of times and Oostende will come up with a play. Turnover, great hands, great anticipation. Fittipaldo is blocked. And the ball will belong to Oostende. Again, they beat that little double team a little easily. Stalou in the corner for 3 is good. It's hotting up in here. Stalou joins the party from the 3-point line. And the team that struggles to score is ticking it over nicely. 57% from the 3-point line. Great defensive rotation by Jakiri. Showed and recovered. Chance here for Oostende to increase the margin. Could be a 9-point lead. Jakiri. One-on-one in the block, has it knocked away by Zellini. And Avellino dodge a bullet. Rich, little hesitation, stops and pops. The 2 is good.
Rich, 2 points.
Move to the middle, that's scoop shot again. Assisi gets it again. It's the second example of how he finishes over the big man. Tough move. Game really starting to flow. 2:50 to go in the first half. Zellini looks down low. Fumbled by Rich. And Avellino will take the timeout.
Now in offense, we call one, okay? One in offense, and horse down. One and horse down. Stay with shooter, no entry rotation. We stay in the half court. We stay half court, 1-on-1, play defense without stupid mistake. No rotation with the shooter. Stay more 1-1 in front of the ball. Okay? Va bene Bruno, ci siamo. Uno, horse down. Dai, we have 3 minutes to work. Come on. Andiamo. 1, 2, 3.
They are man to man. We go with a quick. Hey,
Well, no change in that Avellino huddle during that timeout. Coach Sacripenti with the same message. Execute in the half court. Nothing uncontested. Oostende with a 6-point lead, 2:40 to go in the first half. The lead gets them into the half court. Now he moves it on. Almost made a real hash of that. He's got to put this up. 4 on the shot clock. Breaks the defense down. Goes with that little scoop shot. Doesn't get the drop. Ball belongs to Avellino. They look to get things in transition. Rich, before the defense is set, attacks it down the middle for the 2. Always go before the defense is set. Nice little crossover action. And all of a sudden, Fila looked like he was standing in concrete. Muema puts it on the floor, needs a pass, finds one. Again, a team rebound for Avellino. They'll advance it now. 1:40 in the first half to go. Ooh, nice fine movement away from the basketball. Lunin has it. As Frasenko on the inside, gets a great touch. Inside, outside. Lunin for 3. Got it. Textbook. Inside reposition. Inside, outside option. Let's learn. He moves. It's out of the line side of Fila. By the time he catches it, Fila can't recover.
Take a shot, jebemo matere. You are alone 3 days. Practice all week for that, jebo. Normal layup, jebemo matere. Listen. We going.
Wow, the field goal percentage is still in the mid-30s. Tells you a lot about the intensity of the game.
But Chase, you go straight this. Marco, Pop, and Kiris with Jean-Marc. Weak side action. Okay, screen lower, Pop. If you have a shot, okay. No, we're searching weak side. He's side to side.
Hey, finish good, hey. Go.
So back after the timeout. Last 1:30 of the first half. Fascinating game. Chess match type intrigue as we reach the half. A 1-point lead for the home club. Rich has it. Looks at his options. No one guards him, stops and pops the three, is long. Mushenko can't get it, Rich gets his own rebound. So much reward for staying active. Crosses over, gets a little space, stops and pops, doesn't get it to drop. Frisenko with the offensive rebound. Turner, chance to run here. Lou goes up, right hand off the glass. He's fouled by Frisenko. He's going to have to go to the free throw line. Mr. Lou to pick up the points. .71% free throw shooter, Basketball Champions League. Trying to extend the now narrow 1 point advantage. Nice lift by Lerner, goes back. Rich has it, stops, fires up the three, way short. Frisenko is just big on the glass. And for all the Jasfila complaints, they're not going to change the call. Frisenko, if you do not box him out, he's just too big, he's too everything. Trying his heart out to box him out is Fila, but never had position. Mushenko with a chance to tie it at 31. Comes up empty. Last 7 seconds, this fascinating first half. Whistle on the play. Then took one for the team.
Coming in for Avellino.
Got to get this away quickly. Frisenko sits. Well, they take the quick three. Just don't get it to drop.
Zo, dames en heren, waar is de score van 31-29. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a break by a score of 31.
And there's confirmation at the half. Oostende with the narrow 31 to 29 advantage over Avellino. And that's bearing out those field goal percentages. 6 from 22 for Oostende, and they're leading. Rebound numbers pretty tight, as are assists and steals. Well, here are the game leaders. Muema with those 3 threes, contributing towards those 11 points. Mushenko and Zarini chipping in for Avellino, top scorers. Zarini with those 8 points, two of those made field goals with threes. So it's evenly balanced at the half. This can go either way. Great start, great intensity. You can feel the pressure though. Everyone knows how important this game is. Sole ownership of 4th place if you win at the end of it. So we'll take a break. We'll see you for the second half. Do Avellino get the win on the road and take the second win of the season against Oostende? The Oostende get the win and tie the head-to-head series in all European games to a 2-2 record. We'll see you shortly for the second half.
2 points.
Well, welcome back to Oostende. Both teams out on the floor pretty early. And both teams will have a lot to be positive about from that first half performance. Someone get that spectator drink sitting there on her own. If you're in Oostende, go and join her at the game. 31-29 scoreline at the half. Evenly balanced. Sanjorjevic injured, out of the action for this evening's game. And at the moment, he's being very well replaced by Lloyd Swartz and Lassisi, who combined have really done a nice job for Oostende. They all try and share the load of one of the only two guys on this team who hits double-figure points across the season. Just to take everything into account, the margin of victory for Avellino in the corresponding fixture in the first half of the regular season was 9. Obviously, the winner of this game will go fourth on their own, but if these two teams end up on the same win-loss record as at the end of the regular season, the margin of victory between the two over the course of the two games could become a factor. Obviously, you're going to want to win the game first if you're Oostende, but if you could win it by 10, just increases your qualification chances into the top 16. Well, welcome back after your halftime refreshment, and we're underway in the start of this second half. Oostende with a 31-29 lead over Avellino. It's a chess match out here. Both teams trying to probe, get the advantage. Rich will come off the Freshenko screen and kick. Filoy, who normally is a huge factor, quick release on the handoff, and announced himself back in the game after sitting for most of the first with the 2 fouls picked up early in that first period. Ties it at 31. That was sharp. Jean-Marc Muema feeling it in that first half. They would like to get him an early touch. Great block by Freshenko. But Kikiri stays with it. And that's the 24-second violation. And Karol Freshenko, having given him a hard time in that first half, saying he wasn't a shot blocker. After the switch, recovers, get back in the play, and comes in, blocks for Kikiri from behind. This is too close to call. This is going to go all the way down to the wire. Ariel Filoy gets the early screen for Freshenko. Nice pass. Easy 2 for Wells underneath. All about time and all about execution. You've already missed the cut. Fila gets it into the half court. Muema has it. Will take the ball screen. Stops, fires it off the dribble, and he is feeling it tonight. Jean-Marc Muema may have towed the line on that one. It takes the tough one, knocks it down, ties it at 33 apiece. Rich on a little curl, little floater, can't get it to drop. Good job on the glass by Lassisi, who really is in a confident frame of mind. Scoops it off the glass for 2, went coast to coast to get the 2. And he really is building on that 20 points before. It's instant offense for Oostende. Filoy slows it down, gets him into the half court. Rich has it. Freshenko holds his space, skip pass. Wells goes to work, just lays it into Freshenko, who can't handle it. Ball's going out of bounds. Could have just dropped it for Freshenko to pick it up. The easy 2. Muema outside, out top. A little slow this time, Oostende's offense. Everything under control for the defensive end. Everybody's in front of everybody else. Turnover, just recovered. 4 on the possession. Nice pass to Kiri. Soft flush for 2. They got away with one there. They stayed with it. Got to credit them for that. Well, Frashenko just holds space, finishes around the ring. Didn't go anywhere that quickly, just so solid. Fury comes high, will hand it off. Fila backs out, comes off, opens out for 3, is off. And Luna comes down with a rebound, and Feloy has it. No numbers down the floor. So he'll get it into the half court. Luna will hit the second side. Wells. Luna gets a touch. Goes to work in the keyway. Little ball fake. Well, he did everything but make the easy 2. Inside, outside. Feloy for 3 is long. And Avellino get a 3rd look at it. A new full team. Frashenko will ball screen. Feloy looks at the matchup. They leave him alone, and they get paid for that lapse of concentration. Feloy goes with his second 3 of the pair, a second made bucket of the 3rd quarter. How can you leave him alone? The Italian international just couldn't believe it. Strokes it for 3, and Avellino take the 1-point lead. Kiri reverses it, lays it up, lines it up for 3, is off. And Frashenko gets another positive stat on the glass. Jason Rich, not had his most productive points production so far. That's worrying if you're Oostende, because he would normally knock down shots. Frashenko has it in the block, 5 on the shot. Now we've got a whistle on the play. And Chase Fila picks up the personal. Rich stops, pops it, can't get himself going offensively at the moment. May just need to wait for an open one off of a pass, not really try and create too difficulty by putting it on the floor, trying to take the tough one, wait for an open one.
Number 12, Feloy, 3rd foul.
Feloy picks up his 3rd foul. Surprising call. Geary outside the 3, they'll leave him alone out there. Fila needs a pass, finds one. Muema is off. Great rebound by Chikiri, then go offensive. I know why they caught it. I'm just not sure about should they have caught it. Shenko took a blow with the elbow. I'm not sure he really led with it. Let's take a look. Here's the missed 3. Chikiri's going to get the rebound. There you go, lead with the elbow. You can't do that. In slow motion, it looks fairly, it does look in, there's almost a little bit of, I'm going to get contact. He didn't protect it and go up, he went through it. And Chikiri picks up his 3rd foul. Mid-range for Rich. Carl just cannot get that stroke going this evening. Halfway through the 3rd, 1-point game. He puts it on the floor. We got a whistle on the play as Lunan was late trying to close out. Fila did a nice job attacking it. Mike Myers going to check in for Oostende. Going to take Chikiri out with those 3 fouls. Luna sits, leaving Feloy in the game at the moment with those 3 fouls. Muema is off. He's cooling down a little bit. This is last 2 threes. Weren't as open as the ones he was making earlier on. Same thing, gotta wait, be patient, you'll get the good looks. Fittipaldo checks in. Delu with the 3 towards the end of the shot clock. Myers does a great job on the glass. 4 to go in the third. Still just a 1 point between the two teams. Muema will come off the ball screen, attacks it, gets inside, goes off the runner, can't get the drop, and Muema is out of bounds. And if he'd have got back in quicker, he'd have been fine. Here's the little runner where he goes with a running hook. Scrub checks back in. Tightness of this game really being reflected in those field goal percentages. Fittipaldo into the half court. Krashenko guarded by Myers. I think Myers is asking for a foul by doing it the way he did it. Tried to step into his space. Clearly a foul. Watch this. There you go. Extending that leg into the space. Not holding his space. He's getting into the space. The offensive player. Avellino opens out the floor. Fittipaldo off the screen. 5 on the possession. Fittipaldo breaks it down, goes with a left-hand runner, doesn't get the drop. Krashenko can't get it, but Scrub can. He gets the offensive board, puts it back for 2. And Oostende will take the timeout after Scrub does this. Just hangs around. No one put a body on him.
We need to search our man here. On the other side in offense, you don't
The Achilles heel
move
for this Oostende lineup has been flat periods in terms of scoring. I want to hope this isn't going to be one of them. Only 6 points so far in this third quarter.
Go for it. Listen to me.
Against the 11 so far
First,
for
what we do is
Sidigas
defense.
Avellino.
We didn't play long. This is why we repeat. Vlado, pass here to Louis, okay? Screen for Chase. Chase, come on. This is fake. Pass back. Back screen for Vlado. Put him in a low post. Listen, Big will be here.
Without pass, inside. Rebound, number 5, number 4. Okay? Without pass. 1, 2, 3.
So Oostende on the wrong end of the three-point margin. Get it into the half court. 3:20 to go in the third. Sports, nowhere to go. A lot of dribble. Now we'll take the handoff. Comes back off the screen. It's all the way to the glass, then blows the layup. They're going to call the foul, though. There's a lot of confused-looking guys, but I'm pretty sure they got it right. Here's the penetration. Well, what was Wells doing? Can't just put your hand on someone. Swartz misses the first. Goes 0 for 2. Zarini hunts it down. And they've still only scored 6 in the whole of this quarter. They just dry up. As an offensive unit, they just cannot score. Oh, they blew a wide open look. Ndai couldn't complete it. They made a real hard job of something that was relatively easy. Chikiri gets it on a little loopy pass, stays with a play, ball fakes, is blocked. Ball's hunted down, lines up, Schwartz for three, is short, doesn't get the drop. We got a whistle on the play. Well, your defense has led to 3 missed shots, and you've given the opponent more and more chances to close the gap. The 3 is gone. Is way short, though. And the drought continues for Oostende. It's a 3rd quarter drought. Tonight, it's been a 2nd quarter drought in the first game between these two teams. Avellino going to be trying to build this lead in the last 2.5 minutes of the 3rd. Almost turned over. 5, they get it away for DePaldo, can't get it to drop, and defense is the king at the moment. 40-37. Fastly approaching the end of the 3rd, and both teams have done a great job at taking away what the opponent wants. Oh, what a block though. Dyer gets a big block from the weak side. Zarini fouls, but what an effort from Myers to stay with the play. Gets blocked on the 1st attempt. Watch this, him going up, and all of a sudden it gets very dark under there. Because Ndai's coming over, but he stays with the play and draws the contact and goes to the free throw line. Great example, great effort, Myers. Misses the 1st of the 3 throws. Now misses both the 3 throws. Oh, mishandle, ball's going to be hunted down, and Oostende will get it. And you're feeling for both teams. No, neither team is having any sort of rhythm offensively. 40-37. It's tight, but it's definitely not free. It's not free-flowing in terms of the way these two teams are playing. Schwartz moves it on. Mikhailovic, who's been almost anonymous in the game, moves it on. 5 on the possession. Tough runner is no good. Gets his own rebound though to Sports, and then only succeeds in turning it over. It's there for either team. If they can just execute, get the shots they want in this 4th quarter, be in great shape. Filoil should be so important. Zarini off the down screen for 3, just knocks it down for fun off that down screen. 3rd 3 of the night for Andrea Zalini. Quick release, strokes it beautifully. 6-point game and a 14-6 3rd quarter. And then Dye just swats it away. Wells goes up off the little scoop shot for 2. Make that an 8-point game. Make that 16-6. Last 30 seconds of the 3rd. A 3rd that belongs to Oostende. Schwartz off the screen. Myers, the left hand, is fouled by Ndai. There's the bump. Well, as Parliament Simpson says, he has to make these 2. Just get his team's confidence going in the right direction. There's around a 3-second differential between game and possession. Expect Avellino to use every single second they can. For the Powder. Gets it into. Well, so Zarini's way off with the three. Are they going to get this away? Swartz at the halfway line. Doesn't get it to drop. And that'll do it for three. A third quarter that simply belongs to Sidigas Avellino. On the road here in Oostende. They take the third quarter 16-7 and lead it 45-38. Avellino stats slowly creeping up. No more than creeping though. And if you're looking at the reason of why you're down in the game, shooting 47% from the free throw line. Oostende is just having one of those nightmares from the free throw line where you can simply say it is costing you the game. A 16-7 period for Avellino. A little bit of a deja vu moment. It's exactly what happened to this Oostende lineup when they were in Italy. They led it early, then just went to sleep and scored 6 points in the second quarter on that occasion. Allowed Oostende to take the lead, and then they just looked after the basketball, secured the victory, got on the plane and went home. Very professional performance by Avellino at home. Now they're looking to do the same thing on the road. Steps back out. Got a whistle away from the player. Lassisi was looking at his options. And Takiri, I think, didn't be called with a foul away from the basketball. Take a look. There you go, the hold. As soon as you put the palm of your hand onto your opponent, offensively or defensively, the referee has a clear sight, almost certainly going to be a foul. It's nothing that coaches teach from a legal perspective. Got a whistle on the play. Vukanovic should be charged with a personal. Chance to make this a 10-point game with the making of a three. And ball. It's a lead backdoor cut. To the Prado, nowhere to go, needs a pass, finds one, 4, this has got to go up, Wells has got to realize, takes the tough 2, gets it a drop. When it's going your way, it's always going your way. Wells with a quick release on the three-point line, gets the 2 with no time on the possession. 9-point lead for Avellino. Things looking a little dark here for Oostende. Goes up with a poor one, ball knocked away. Numbers down the floor here, 4 on 3 here for Avellino. Just find the open player. Castellou will take one for the team.
Foul number 22, Vincent Castellou, second foul.
This is where Avellino are going to turn the screw. That's the way they would normally do things. Run offense, keep looking for options. Ball's in the post. Little fade away. It's good for 2 for Wells. He's been superb in the start of the fourth here. The long 2 with a great recognition. Nice jump hook in the post. Travel called. And we said right at the top of the game, when Oostende pass the basketball. When everyone gets involved, everyone gets a touch, they're a really good team. They work the ball really well, but at the start of this fourth quarter, it's all been about dribble. It's all been about the person with the ball.
Hey guys, you need to help each other. We need to get open here, Chase. This is 3 against Ellie. So your man is here. You need to help even if he's screening, okay? Another thing. They don't allow us to use the screen. That means when you come off, you need to prepare, or you need to come in a wrist screen here and roll. You understand? Or adapt bit higher, so change angle of the screen. See, I don't want that you think about foul. I want that okay. We play the game. Let's
Okay. Okay, arms up, number 5 side. Wait. Hey, no stupid foul. Okay, wait. Andrea.
It's a 20-7 second half so far for Avellino. The points have simply dried up for Oostende. Just over 8.5 to go. An 11-point lead for Avellino. At some point, this drought has got to break for Oostende. Inside, Ndiaye's fouled as he goes up. Chase Feeler is the culprit on the foul. Help was late. No one had contact on him. He has to step to the free throw line and make. Comes up empty. Got to be a little bit more urgency about this Oostende offense at the moment. It's a little passive. There's a lot of dribble again. Again, a missed opportunity. Here he comes down with a rebound. They line up against the low. Hello. Fourth quarter time, and Feeler's going to knock this down wide open. Strokes it from the three-point line, and all of a sudden, they're back in the game. All of a sudden, they're ticking over again. The crowd is making noise. A little belief goes back to the whole organization. The quick release on the three is good. 3 answered by 3. And Thomas Scrub, the lefty with a 3, just to silence that crowd again. 7 minutes to go, plenty of time. Here he has it. Ndiaye guards him in the post. Goes up with a jump hook, can't get it to drop. Ndiaye played great defense, chance to run here. A little mishandle, but no damage done. Oh, it's the same play. Feeler ran it earlier in the half. Villepaldo runs it, gets the same result. A little hesitation, goes with a floater, doesn't get the drop again, and there's just too much dribble. Early in this game, Oostende, when they led early, moved the basketball, and now it's all about the person with the ball, not the guys without it. Oh, and one. Elevator to the top floor. And then Dye took it. Nice pass. And Narcissus is charged with a foul. And it's all getting a little bit messy for Oostende here. Avellino turn the screw ever tighter. Lundai struggles from the free throw line continue. 11-3 in this quarter to follow the control they had in the third as Jakiri answers one with another. They've gone 3 for 3 and alley-oop for alley-oop. 13-point game. Still an eternity to go. 5:40. Fittipaldo gets it into the half court. Again, it's all about dribble. They find up with a deep three that just rims out. And the scoring offense and the offensive woes for Oostende are coming back to haunt them again. 28% from the three-point line is not something you write home about. Nice cut for Zarini. And they're just almost playing with Oostende at the moment. Oostende starting to fold in front of your eyes here. There's still plenty of time. Just need a run, stop and a score. Wheeler going up, drops it inside, turnover, Jakiri just recovers it. 8 on the possession. Jean-Marc Muema, 5 on the possession. Jakiri's got to go up with this. Goes baseline, fouled and bowed out with 1 second on the shot clock. They didn't settle for the jumper. Here's the aggressive drive, draws some contact, will go to the free throw line.
Third foul.
Jakiri simply has to make. Strokes the first. There's plenty of time if they can keep it ticking over. Well, it's a 13-point game. Time running out, but there's still enough. But a whistle on the play. Body's on the floor. Hotting up here in Oostende. Takiri's not a happy man. So Jakiri sits now, can play no further part, picks up his 5th. And then Dye's picks up the technical foul, and he picked it up as his 6th foul, so that's why we're in a bench technical circumstance. So there's still a 13-point game, missing opportunities. Now they'll shoot the technical. So they make the one. It's a 12-point game with the basketball, though. Oostende running out of time, running out of options. Fittipaldo moves it. When he gets it on, Fittipaldo gets it back and is drawing contact. And sooner or later, the officials are going to have to tech this Oostende team. You cannot continually dispute the call. There's a blocking foul. Now, Fittipaldo made a little bit of it. It's not a discussion, it's an action you need. All it does is ignite the crowd to get involved, which is a good thing if you're the home club. .15 game. This was not in the script at halftime. Fittipaldo goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Shrub came across the block, but I think Myers will go to the free throw line. They need a run. They need a score here. Make your throws. Their free throw percentages tonight is just, they will not want to know. Put it that way. Then again, no one Avellino. Just cannot get anything going. Myers is 2 for 8 from the free throw line. He alone could get this to a 10-point game. Poor decision by Fittipaldo. Turns straight back over. It's almost just pittering out this game. A game that was so intense in the first half. Well, the whistle has not been enjoyed by the crowd or coaching staff. High post screen, they look to roll it. Again, they go with a floater, and again, they come up empty. The whole thing for me revolves around number of passes for this team. They just do not share the ball in this as this second half has progressed. Things aren't working, so they take it on themselves. Well-intentioned, but exactly not what this team needs. Long close out. A lot of dribbles to get to the middle. Floater on the inside is poor. And Boza just couldn't get it to drop. Chance for Avellino to increase the margin. I was going to say I would agree with the official. It's not a call that's normally made at this level, but to me looked pretty obvious. And Oostende in this second half with time running out. Have only managed 14 points. It's just the turnaround, tough one, but Schwartz is no good, gets his own rebound. Little ball fake, draws contact, will go to the free throw line. 1:32 to go. I have seen stranger things happen. And this is one of those nights that Oostende have had at various stages. They're having it now. The last time, they don't need it now. They're having it now, though. Uwema has it. 1:20 just over to go. Myers spins to the middle, goes up with a tough one, gets the drop. This is going to be if Avellino hold on here, a road win. They're like diamonds, they're precious. Last minute, 14-point margin. Oostende struggling to get over 50. The 3 attempt is no good. In the lane for 2, just about gets the drop, tough move. Oh, over elaborated. Numbers down the floor here, nice pass. And Myers with a flush. And this has been, you can only describe this as a professional performance by Avellino. They've had some challenges. Filo's foul trouble being one of the major ones. Frasenko was huge. They built that lead in the second half. Oostende woes offensively continue. Only 20 points in total in the second half. Here's the confirmation, 61-51. Sidigas Avellino will go 4th in Group D. Oostende by no means out of it. They're themselves and Aris are only 1 game out of 4th place. There's still so much to fight for them, but they will feel they've missed an opportunity here. Led at the half. Applaud the home fans and the few traveling fans that have made the trip from Avellino up here to Oostende. Officials did a nice job. The overall game by Avellino didn't panic early when they went down. Here are the statistics. Oostende shooting 31 and 28% is not going to get it done. Those free throw numbers, if you want a nightmare, just bring those out. 38 and 45% from the free throw line. These two teams will be shooting throws in practice. Well, the game leaders underline the performance of Avellino. Scrub, 12. Zolini didn't add to his halftime total. Contributions across the roster for the Italian club. Everyone who saw the floor, except for Cole, if you saw the floor, you scored. Here's that table with Avellino sitting there in 4th place. 2 games back out of the tie for 1st, but most importantly at the moment, a game clear of 5th and 6th. There are still 4 games to go in this group. It's all to play for. But that is a big, big win for Sidigas Avellino, slipping them into the top 4 at the moment. Mathematically, no team is absolutely out of contention for a place in the top 16. One of the toughest, the most contested groups in this season's Basketball Champions League. Just could not score enough. And that might seem very simplistic, but at the end of the day, if you look at the field goal percentages, the shots they took, it's about can you score? And they just could not shoot a good enough percentage. Great performance by Avellino on the road. Puts themselves right in contention. Occupy 4th place on their own. Hope you've enjoyed this one. First game back for these teams in 2018 in the Basketball Champions League. We'll see you next week. Wherever you're going to join us, whichever game catches your eye for next week's action in the Basketball Champions League. But for this week, from Oostende, it's a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Tony